It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Broncos and the Chargers under the lights on Monday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we wrap a busy first. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. There's Wilson to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Interesting, this offense trying to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having to his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
They'll going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Now Wilson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just wasn't problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Herbert off of play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right, they're sticking to the game plan. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dosich. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Herbert on first down now. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that's caught inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert back to the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! From 10 yards out. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos about set to go on offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he gets... but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it will still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now that's something of a pick-me-up where the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
A good pickup there, 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Herbert now. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
In fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, 32 yards. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good,
and it makes the score 21-10. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On second down, they'll run it here. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They give it to Williams, running right. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. That time, a 9-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
On first down, Wilson.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. Finding room at midfield. Still going.
A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Greg Dulcich.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they... They might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Herbert off of play action. Got his man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Chargers are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this looking more and more. A successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, They've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He'll get this one to Patrick. 30. Past the 20. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here for Davis. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And that will come. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, when you draft a guy that high defensively, you hope he can make some plays for you, and he does indeed get the interception there, Charles, in his first NFL ball game.
And to think that if there was any flaw to his game coming out of college, the way that we looked at tape and judged it, it was his pass coverage, defending the pass. But that's just a great instinct right there to sniff that one out, be in the right position, and come away with the interception.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Davis. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 7 from the 20. To the air again, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Chargers, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here.